In today's installment, we're going to introduce SAP Business Objects Predictive Factory, formerly known as Model Manager. We will show you the next generation platform, including the new intuitive SAP Fiori interface, and also introduce some new features such as segmented time series forecasting. We are going to use historical store visit information to build a forecast model for one of our stores. We will then use this model and Predictive Factory to build forecast models for all of our stores. So the first thing we'll do is create a forecasting model for one of our stores. Today we're going to use a store visit table from our HANA database, and we will then generate a model. We will then save the model to our HANA database. The first thing we need to do is to create a project. A project is a place where we organize all of our modeling activities for a given business case. When creating a new project, we need to give it a name, a modeling server, and also identify the metadata repository. In this case, it is the HANA system we've used earlier. We also need to make sure that the users have the correct roles in order to perform their tasks. We identify the data sources that we're going to use, in this case SAP HANA, and also where our models are stored, which again is the same, SAP HANA. Once complete, we can save the project. The first thing we're going to do is import a model. So we're going to pick the store one forecast that we created in the first step. Once our model has been imported, we can now use the segmentation functionality to create individual forecasts for each of our stores. We select the model and we select segment. So we enter a description, we select the input data set from our HANA database. Our target variable that we want to forecast is the number of visits, and we want to segment this data set by store. Once complete, we select Save and Train. Once the training is complete, you can see I now have a new model for each of my stores. But to ensure that my forecast stays up to date, I can schedule a task to retrain and apply those models periodically. So first thing I do is select Tasks. I'm going to add a task. I give the task a name and I add an input data set. I then decide that I want 12 periods to be forecasted, and for my training data, I'm going to just use maybe the last 2 years worth of data to train the models. I want an output table with my new forecasts, so I select where I want that table to be written. And we're just going to create a single table which we will override periodically. I can now select a schedule for this task. I choose for this task to run every month on the 31st of the month at 11 AM. I also want this task to begin today and end in 1 year. I now save the task, and that will run monthly to retrain and apply new forecasts to each of my store visits. Thank you.